Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Erin and this is a channel where we like to talk about writing, learning, and creating. If you are brand new, welcome you. If you are old hat, welcome back. Today we are going to be tackling a question that really tends to stump people, which is how to do things in the writing world that you don't know how to do yet. For more explanation, hang on and bear with me for just a moment, but first I gotta say, one more time, thank you so much to everybody who has been donating so far. I am so overwhelmingly psyched about how awesome you guys are. I even used a word like psyched, which I've never used in years. Anyway, so thank you so much for what you are doing and how you are contributing to Red Nose Day and helping to provide funds that will buy food for families that are in need at the end of this long and difficult year. You guys are so amazing and so awesome. I'm completely blown away by generosity and everything that you are doing. So now let's get into some content that hopefully I can help you with some things. So over the last few videos, we've talked about looking at writing from a multi-field perspective. How we can learn about the different requirements for these different fields, why it's important to actually look at all of these different fields and possibly apply those things to our writing. And now we're getting to a question that plagues everybody at some point or another, which is, but I don't know how to do X, Y, and Z, so how am I supposed to do that? To clarify what I mean by X, Y, Z, I'll just list off a few things that you may or may not know how to do that you may be wondering how to learn how to do or how to handle. Things like how to actually get published, what a query letter is, how to find an agent, should you self-publish, how do you self-publish, what do you need to get into your specific field, whether that is novel writing, screenplays, or video games. What type of contacts do you need to have? How do you make social media calendars? How do you actually make the content for those social media pages? And all sorts of other stuff along those lines. Everybody is guaranteed to have at least one thing that they don't know how to do by themselves, or at least they know someone that would be better suited to do. So let's look at what we can do to either A, learn these things, or B, find help with them. So the first thing that we can do is something that I already mentioned in previous videos, which is to make connections. If you don't know how to do one of those things or other things on that XYZ list, then you're going to need to find people who can help you to do that. So making connections is the way to make that happen. So once again, you're going to need to be keeping your eye out for platforms where you can connect with these people, whether it is through a Facebook group, through Goodreads, through some other sort of site. Another thing that you can do is look at paid options, even cheaper ones like Fiverr. Fiverr, like everything ranges from $5 to, oh my god, dollars. So you can look at those places and others in order to find connections where people can therefore do those things for you if you cannot do them yourself, or if you would feel more confident having someone else do those things for you. The one that is the most fun, but also the most time-consuming and the biggest commitment is to actually take the time to learn a skill yourself. So there are many different places where you can go to learn skills, whether you're going to a workshop that you found, if you're going to author seminars where you can learn more about different parts of the authorial world, whether you are actually taking classes through a university, taking classes through an organization, or signing up for a web class source like Masterclass and Skillshare are the two that come to mind. Not sponsored, kind of obviously. But you know, these different platforms are places where you can learn these skills that you may not have. And in my opinion, learning is a super fun thing. It is challenging, it is hard, but it is fun. So if you are willing to take the time and put the energy and effort and sometimes finances into learning a skill so that you can do it yourself, more power to you. The more that you can learn to do yourself, the more fun it is, in my opinion. So I know not everybody likes to spend time learning things as much as I do. I am a little bit too much of a geek for some people, as far as like, I'm a learning geek as well as other types of geek, but I'm a learning geek. Really love it. Don't care what the skill is almost. I will have some sort of fun learning it, but it is is really good for your brain, for your skills, for your talents, and for your projects to be willing to try to learn at least a few skills that you don't have. And it will also, in the long run, probably save your pocketbook a little bit, especially if you're going the self-publishing route where you are shouldering the burden of the finances yourself. So, learning a skill, great option. Regardless of whether you try to find someone to do it for you by hiring someone or asking someone for help, or if you're trying to learn a skill for yourself, the most important thing, and where it comes down to at the end of the day, is you need to give yourself grace. Grace is a very difficult topic to try to define shortly, but essentially give yourself the leeway to make mistakes, to fail, to not be as good as you want to be when you're starting. Because everybody wants to be able to do something like pick up the violin and immediately play Paganini, but it's not going to happen. So give yourself the grace to not be excellent at something. Don't be down on yourself if it takes a lot of time or if it seems like someone needs less time than you. Just keep trucking along, doing your best, looking for your best options, and be satisfied with that. It's a lot easier said than done, but it is so important, not just for writing, but for every area of your life. I hope you found some information useful today. If you did, why not consider leaving a comment below to talk about it, or to talk about how excited you are that we are partnered with Thankmas and Red Nose Day. Don't forget, our live stream to wrap our Thankmas adventure up is this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All of the links are still going to be in the description below for you to be able to access information about Thankmas and how to donate to Red Nose Day, and anything else that you may need below will be in the description. And if you can't find something there that you need, leave a comment, ask about it, or use my social medias to ask me questions on my DMs. I'm totally open to it. So thank you once again so much for everything you guys have been doing so far, and have a great one until the next one.